When we thought about niches and markets areas to enter, we focused on those markets that today demonstrate high growth rates here in Europe. SLEV is a single unit that combines public light control systems, charging stations from 11 kilowatt to 30 kilowatt DC with a V2G function. That is the option to sell electricity back to the grid. Also, here we invert electricity from DC to AC. And a lithium-ion battery from 10 to 20 kilowatts that creates a buffer of energy, helping to charge cars from low power grids. If you're charging from a lighting pole, the power is 3.5 kilowatt, which means you'll need over 24 hours to fully charge your car. Our solution allows to charging up to 20 kilowatts within half an hour and the car can move on. Here in Europe, we shall need 13 million public charging stations by 2030. That's why SLEV system makes it possible to deploy thousands of charging stations in a city within literally 1 month by connecting them to the lighting pole. This business model is rather complex and investment cycle is long. And after a year and a half of developing this project here in Europe, after we had made the test project, after we had proved that the technological solution is viable, we realized that the revenue was not on the horizon for the next several years. As venture capital funding is underdeveloped in Europe, and it is hard to attract capital to test an idea, we decided that we needed a product that we could sell right away, that had a market, and that we could release within 2 to 3 months. There are 15 million households in Germany, and every year 500,000 households install photovoltaic solutions. We took out lithium-ion battery management system and inverter from our SLEV product. We found partners who would produce these products for us and offered the market solutions which we call REMS, Residential Energy Management System. The key elements here is inverter. Then goes the lithium-ion battery pack, which we need because we produce electric power during the daylight time and consume it in the evening. The lithium-ion blocks that we use are produced by our partner in China. This is the most expensive and the heaviest part of the whole solution. It explains why the logistics of this product, the lithium-ion cells, and the investment into operating capital, specifically into lithium-ion cells, are crucial for the whole REMS business model. This is a private house of one of our clients. The house is big. Apart from the residential part, it has a big spa zone, where the client does sports on a daily basis. So it's extremely important to maintain specific temperature for several pools of this spa zone, because his health requires it. This house consumed too much electricity. On average, it consumed up to 60,000 euros per year. That's why the bill for the electricity that was purchased from their suppliers. So we signed a contract to optimize the energy consumption. We built photovoltaic panels, about 60 panels in total. That is approximately 40 kilowatts of electric power produced by those systems at its peak. Here we have 3 inverters, 15 kilowatt each, and 80 kilowatt worth of batteries. The main goal was to optimize the power consumption, keeping the quality of life unaffected. That's a limited number of panels that we could place here, so we can produce only a portion of solar power. That is not sufficient for the winter time. That's why we produce some of electric power from solar energy. And the missing portion is purchased during the cheapest morning hours, at 5 in the morning directly at spot prices. On average, the return on investment for photovoltaic projects is approximately 8 to 9 years today. If you have an electric car, then those 3,000 euro that you spend on average on fuel, you can charge at a minimum cost. You'll get the money back in 5 years. Specifically concerning this project, taking into account that initially it was absolutely inefficient power consumption, the client spent 60,000 euro per year. We managed to reduce it particularly to 5 to 7,000. So the project payback is about 2 years. Europe got used to making decisions slowly. Everybody used to slow services here. So when you bring a piece of fast decision-making culture, quick messages, fast reactions, it creates a very positive impression on European clients. When you can quickly arrange a business meeting, when you make quick decisions, quickly reply to emails, provide solutions, give options, your services 24 hours, people tend to trust you. Trust you as a person and as a brand. This became our key differentiation factor. A 24-hour support for our clients. We provide any documents within a few working days, any paperwork. People no longer used to working like that anymore. And the same thing with our suppliers and our partners. When we negotiate with them, we react very quickly. We provide fluent communication without any formalities.